Good morning, my name is Don Kendrick, the Mayor of Laverne, and I'm standing with Eddie Gaeta, who is in charge of this plant. And we're going to take you through the processing of getting the water, different treatments we do before we send it out to each one of us that live in Laverne. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Eddie. He's going to take us through the first step. We may even get lucky and see a well in operation. So, Eddie.
Yes, good morning. This is our Amherst treatment plant. We operate around 800 gallons per minute. We have 5 wells that is being treated through this treatment plant. The 2 processes that we're going to be going through is for removal is nitrates and perchlorates. So with that, our raw water comes in from our well, filtered inside the building. There's pre-filters, 10 micron bags of filters that filter and clean the water prior to coming into these 2 vessels here, which is our perchlorate resin, which removes perchlorates. Once the perchlorate resin is removed, the water is sent into the building, into these white filters. It does a partial blend. The final stage is, as the water is being treated through the ion exchange, it gets sent out into the reservoir. But prior to being sent out to the reservoir, we chlorinate it. That's the last means of disinfection. So we do a process of chloramine, which is 5 parts chlorine, 1 part ammonia. Everything's being analyzed, monitoring our pH. It's being sent outside our 2.5 million concrete reservoir, our Amherst reservoir. And then from there, it's distributed out through our consumers.
One of the things you talked about, Eddie, was in the beginning, was 5 wells are being brought into this plant, the Amherst plant. How many wells do we have in Laverne?
Well, we have a total of 9 wells.
9 wells?
Yes, currently we have 8 in operation, with the exception of Old Baldy well, which is going to be leased out to Roland, City of Walnut. Yeah, we have 8 wells in operation.
So, I mean, 8 wells, that's our water, right? I mean, we don't have to buy it. We just have to pump it from the aquifers underneath.
That's correct. Yeah, all we have to do is just pump the water. If it needs treated, we treat it, it's a savings to the consumer. Anytime we can produce our own water, it saves us from purchasing water, which the rate of purchase water is pretty high.
So how much do we get for our residents, well water versus purchased water?
On an average, we produce about 30% of groundwater, and we have to, unfortunately, we have to purchase 70%. So it's a 30% savings overall.
Which is pretty good.
Yes,
to our residents.
That it is.
I've seen that our water rates are pretty low in comparison to neighboring communities.
Yes, I would have to agree to that.
Great. Okay. Eddie, thank you very much. You know, Eddie is one of 3 family members that grew up here in Laverne, that work in Laverne. His sister is our assistant city clerk, and his brother is in our parks department. So Eddie, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Well, nice to have you.
Likewise, thank you.
You.